Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Landi's Lather. I am here to report on the final product of my micro twist locks, doing the retwist myself for the very first time, and this is my very first retie on my locks. So, just to provide some feedback on my journey, I am in my fifth week of micro locks, and I've been natural for I had to go back and do the time, so about 11 years I have been natural, but I just locked up my hair going on 5 weeks ago. So this is my first retie and my first time doing it. So wanted to give an update on how that went. So I started out with this side of my hair, and it did really well. It took me a minute to get the process down. It didn't take long, but just to perfect it to kind of make sure that the locks were tight enough. Let's see if you can see. Make sure that they were tight enough to hold. As you can see, some of them are bushier here, like this one has unraveled. So I'll go back and fix that. But as I went on and moved throughout my hair, the locks were tighter and they held a lot better. The shape, and it's interesting enough, when I did my locks, this is kind of the way the hair fell the first time when the loctician did it, and then when I finished the retwist, this is also the way that the pattern fell. So I really like the style and the look and the feel of my hair. As you can see on this side, which was the last section, you can see how the twists are a lot tighter. You can actually see how they're kind of loving on each other in some spots. Because they're so small, I have a lot of areas that are where the locks are twisting on themselves, but you can still see how this side just held a lot better. And don't worry, guys, I will be getting a better camera. Right now, I'm using my camera on my laptop, so it's not as good. The quality is not as good. However, this is what we have, so we work with what we have until we get better, right? So yeah, it turned out really well. What I did was is after I washed my hair with a shampoo, a clarifying shampoo called Basics that I got from Crown Elements. Shout out to the Digital Loctician. She is so full of information. It would be behoove you to go follow her or at least take a look at some of her work. She has great information for those who are especially new to locks or people who have had locks and maybe you have other questions about different things. So anyway, I washed my hair with clarifying shampoo and I did a really good rinse to make sure that I got all of the shampoo out. I didn't worry about tangling or being too rough with my hair since it had already uh, what's the word since it had already I already had a lot of slippage, a great amount of slippage, right? So I went ahead and took care of the clarification with a shampoo, got everything clean, and then I did an herbal rinse. I also ordered the herbal rinse, which is like a conditioner for your hair from Crown Elements, and it is really good to have because I wasn't sure how I was supposed to condition my hair having locks versus just having natural hair. So instead of this being a cream conditioner, it is a tea rinse, conditioning tea rinse that you apply to your hair and you leave that in. So I did that as well as applying my own hair oil. I make my own products for the most part. Some things I will purchase, but one of the things that I do have is hair oil. So I use my own Landi's Lathers hair oil, which I have provided the link below uh, in the description box. And I also use distilled water and a hair moisturizer that I created with aloe vera gel, rose water, distilled water, and a couple of essential oils. So I sprayed that on my hair, the hair moisturizer, after I was done with the washing and the herbal rinse. And then in sections is how I applied it. And each little section, I would add that as well as a gel moisturizer from Lion Locs. It's a gel moisturizer that I really like. It smells good. It's light. And although I'm not trying to quickly lock my hair or do it faster than the normal process will be for my head or hair texture, I like the lightness and I like the feel of the product. So that's why I use it and I only use a small amount. Anyway, so I took small sections of my hair and applied those products to it. And then as I went through each lock and did the retwist, once the product or that area felt like it was dry, I would just do a quick spritz of distilled water and then would do the retie. So what I didn't want to do was do a retie on dry hair. I don't want to pop my hair. I want to have healthy locks as much as possible. So since I couldn't at the time find a last minute loctician, I couldn't find anybody to do it without me having to pay an arm and a leg to have them restructured, reconstructed, or and all of that stuff. I just decided to look at a couple of YouTubes and then do it myself. So this is the result, what it came out to be 8.5 hours later. Apologies for my voice, it's starting to go out a little bit. It's been a while since I talked for an extended period of time. Nevertheless, yeah, 8.5 hours later, and it probably wouldn't have taken me that long if I wasn't taking small breaks between work and twisting my hair. But after work, I had finished half of my hair within, I think it was 5.5 hours, and then it took me 3 hours to do the other half. So probably looking at more like 6 hours on the next go round instead of it being so much time. But anyway, I really did enjoy the results of it. It was time consuming, it was tedious, but it was well worth it. I'm very happy with the way that it turned out. And I am loving this style, y'all. Like, I am a person who loves neatness. I like things to stay in order. I like them to have their place and be where they're supposed to be most of the time, like a little touch of OCD. But don't judge me, okay? So but this style, even though it doesn't have the strict straight lines and parts like you would normally see, a full grid, I didn't want that because I don't really like to see my scalp. So the way that my loctician did it is that she put it in a way where two locks would hide a lock in front of it. Probably not explaining it very well, but anyway, it's not as easy to see my scalp with the way that the locks were installed, and I am super happy with it. Oh, my soprano voice. So anyway, yeah, I'm just really happy with the way that it turned out. I don't know if you guys can see that, um, but I'm super pleased. I am not a professional. I wasn't trained to do locks and hair and that type of thing. But I have studied quite a bit when it comes to doing natural. I can't even get the hair back right because I'm looking at the opposite way. But anyway, yeah, I've done a lot of research and things that you look at to kind of help with hair health, skin care, body care, those types of things with my business, Landi's Lather. So it was important for me to do enough reading on the locks to know what to expect. But what I didn't expect was to have to do my own maintenance right away. But that's okay. You live and you learn. Things happen, and I know that things are not coincidental. So there's a reason why things fell the way that they did. But since I am going on vacation in a day, I wanted to make sure that my hair was at least done and that I was feeling great and looking great, and I just cannot wait. So anyway, now that I've done my part of being long-winded, because my first video I was cutting on y'all about being long-winded, and here I am going on, having a whole conversation on this camera, right? Anyway, I'm glad that you guys came. So if you like what you heard and you can appreciate the content, if you have any comments or concerns or you have tips that you'd like to share, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment below. And yeah, just keep following. I'll continue to put out content as I see that there's information that you guys would like to know, like types of essential oils that you can use in your hair, different type of things that you can use on your skin, and ways that you can help maintain your locks. So basically, you guys just continue to go with me and grow with me, and we'll see where this journey takes us. Until then, you guys have a great day.